Today at the U.S. Supreme Court, no ruling on a highly anticipated ruling on whether President Donald Trump had the authority in the first place to levy those sweeping global tariffs imposed last year. Here's your headline, though. On that case, despite a lot of anticipation, there was no ruling from the High Court. So let's go live to CBS News legal contributor Jessica Levinson. Good to see you on a Friday or any day, Jess. Any sense of why no ruling came down on this one?
I think because of timing. This is a great question. So the case was argued on November 5th. Then, of course, we had Thanksgiving, then the holiday break. And when we think about this case and the issues that it brings up, and we think about the oral arguments, there were some serious questions here about presidential authority, about the ability of Congress to delegate its power, about whether or not Congress gives enough direction to the president in the statute at issue, all of which is to say you can imagine that there could be a majority, a dissent, and concurring opinions, and all of that takes time. So I had the fortune of saying live on the air this morning, I don't think we're going to get this case, and I think that's why, because it's just too soon.
All right, so we do know that the High Court made a decision today related to how some federal prisoners can actually challenge their sentences. Take us through that one.
So this was a pretty specific case in the sense of we have a prisoner who is filing multiple habeas petitions. And he had an argument essentially that the law had changed, I believe, and that he needed another look at his case. And the question before the court was whether or not he should be able to file successive, they're called habeas petitions. I think what it brings up, Reed, is that a lot of the cases before the court deal with these criminal procedure and criminal law issues. We don't always have time to talk about them because a lot of times it's you and I talking about tariffs, talking about voting rights, trans athletes, gun cases. And so this is one of those cases where I don't want to say it's the court's bread and butter, but we see a lot of them dealing with prisoners and prisoners' rights. And generally speaking, they're not the ones that we discuss, but obviously they have implications for the prisoners.
Jessica Levinson watching all of it at the U.S. Supreme Court. Thank you so much. Good to talk to you, my friend. Like those kid drawings in the background as well.